Ever wondered why massive ships made entirely of metal don't just sink into the ocean like a rock? Well, it's one of those mysteries that seems counterintuitive at first. But don't worry, today we're going to break it down in a way that's both simple and fun. After all, we know that metal is heavy, right? So why doesn't a huge metal ship just follow the same fate? Let's dive into it. Understanding buoyancy. The answer to this puzzle lies in a principle of physics called buoyancy, the force that pushes an object upwards when it's in a fluid, like water. This force works against the weight of the object, trying to keep it afloat. But here's the twist. It's not just about the material an object is made of, but how it's shaped and how much space it displaces in the water. Think of it this way: if you take a small rock and drop it in water, it sinks because it doesn't displace enough water to counteract its weight. But if you take that same rock and mold it into a large boat shape, it can displace more water and will float. Ship design and displacement. Now, let's talk about the design of ships. Ships are designed to displace a massive amount of water. This displacement is what gives them their buoyancy. Even though ships are made of steel, which is very dense, they are hollow inside. This hollow space allows them to displace a large volume of water, and that's what keeps them afloat. Here's the key idea. When the ship enters the water, it pushes water away, creating space for itself. The amount of water the ship displaces is equal to its weight. If a ship displaces enough water to equal its own weight, the force from the displaced water is enough to keep it floating. That's why a massive metal ship can stay afloat while a small metal object will sink. Archimedes' principle. Let's go back in time for a moment. This concept was first discovered by an ancient Greek scientist named Archimedes. He found that the force keeping objects afloat is equal to the weight of the fluid they displace. This principle is known as Archimedes' principle. When Archimedes got into his bathtub, he noticed the water level rose. That's because his body displaced the water. The more water was displaced, the more buoyant he felt. So, when a ship floats, it's doing something very similar. It displaces a large amount of water, creating an upward force strong enough to keep it from sinking. Why metal doesn't sink? So, why doesn't metal sink? It's all about density and shape. While metal is denser than water, the shape of the ship allows it to displace a huge amount of water. Even though steel is heavy, the ship's design spreads that weight across a wide area, allowing it to stay afloat.